Gamers, we out here. Do I have... No, so here's... Can I tell you? I'm going to do a ranked game. I'm going to be honest with you. I did my ranked ticket on stream today. And then I did a 10-piece non-ranked and got another ranked ticket. And then I used that one on stream too. So I feel like I owe you a ranked one to start off with today. And I've been kind of feeling myself as Vanessa. I have to be honest with you. I love the idea, like a silver tier skill could be somewhat useless, but I think this is actually pretty good. But the income in the gold really gives you some build around material early, man. And that's the best weapon. It's simply put, it's the best weapon. I don't know what to tell you. We got an ammo build already, man. You got some poison in your pocket, right? I'm wondering, like a toxic fang that does 9 poison damage every 5 seconds would be kind of crazy. I don't necessarily expect it to hit, but if it did, that would be an interest. Oh, I thought I saw it for a second. I really did, and I believed. This is a tough choice, man, because you're gonna say B1 and B2. We can only upgrade one thing, but an upgraded double barrel is crazy. But a small item could be the powder horn, but I think you're right that I have to double up on that right now. And you sell small and mediums, a powder horn would be so nutty.
Do you have any huge items?
I'm not going to be able to afford the reroll anyway. We might as well just go for this. It's actually like, even though we can't reload, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I think we probably lose day one unless we crit. And we have 4 shots with which to hit 1 crit, maybe 2, because you have 300 HP. And then I just don't want to leave it all up to the revolver if I can avoid it. It still might get there. In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I feel like a fool for even suggesting that it was not going to get there. It's obviously going to get there. Okay, so day 2, we have an amazing setup here. Keep in mind we have more income than like the builds that we would come up against. We have our silver item already. We have an ammo theme. We have some passive crit chance. Like, we got a good thing going on. You're a scammer. I've been told by Apollo that you're a scammer. The thing is, I don't really want a medium item, man. This is crazy. I'm going to take 1 regen. And the principles make sense to me. Okay, oh, hang on. I was like, it doesn't work. This is a great skill for a weapon build, though, man. I need a non-weapon item. You're gonna give me the powder horn, man. Honing steel. Gross nest, man. You have welcome to the squad. I have to see if you have a powder horn. Without a powder horn, that's fine. Crow's nest is very interesting. I'm just wondering, do I have enough damage to kill you? I think I do. Maybe just to be safe, we want to run this. Obviously, another thing we would love to see, preferably a cloak, maybe, but a sharpening stone, actually, because it sits on the right side, might be even better for us. Something to buff the revolver, because it's the least likely to run out of ammo right now. But if we can get a powder horn, we're off to the races. Powder horn, double barrel, weapon skills, like we've got some serious heat coming already. We should just save our bronzes rather than selling them right away. Unless we need the money, which we may at some point, but we're still looking for powder horn. Although you guys, your double damage is like not that good though, even with the... Okay, I can't believe that we're getting another honing steel so early. I actually kind of love you as an ammo item too. You know what? I mean, it costs 4 because it's a silver. I can't really make that happen, I'm sorry to say. Even without a powder horn, I'm not going to say we got a good chance to win today, but we got like an okay chance. What do you got going on here? 1 XP, silver tier loot. Let's take the XP. We got a friend. Going up against somebody who's not in a good spot would be awesome. If we crit, it's the same situation. It's like, if we crit, you probably, we might be in there. They also have a weapon build. Their weapon build is not ammo dependent. And they have 3 grenades. That's a real issue for a guy like me. Yeah. That's fine. Honestly, we probably should have lost on the first day. But if we get a powder horn, man, oh man.
Waiting to be filled.
You know what? I'm just gonna go to How Bazaar because I want to check on something. I want to see if powder horn counts as ammo. It counts as ammo reference. Let me see if you got like double barrel. Double barrel is an ammo item. Ammo reference. So we don't want that. We want, I mean, we kind of want ammo, but we want a powder flask more than anything else. That's... We're gonna, just chill. We're gonna get there. Give me an item. We're fishing for the item we want. That's an ammo item. I would love to upgrade all my bronzes, man. There's no question. Oh. But my small item Andy, man. Honestly, you're pretty much useless. I'm gonna go for the B1, B2.
We take pride in our
It's kind of a crazy hit early on here.
This will inspire the crew.
And then we have 55% crit chance. That actually like changes everything. I feel like we can XP max. Even though we lost against a human being, I feel like we're gonna own the AI. And I would love to have haste 2 items for 3 seconds. Okay, I'm scared. I think I've made a grievous error. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe we're chill. Maybe we've never been more chill than this, man. Not really what you want to see, but at least we got tons of XP out of it. As much as I want skills, I'm so sorry. We need powder horn. Thank you so much. Now, you're gone, you're in. And the question is, do we just go 2 seconds? Because, like, I can't fit other weapons. I guess I could... means haste your items gain 4%. I could actually hold you for a minute. You're unlikely to ever make it back on the board. So let's buy this. It's gonna have a very short cooldown. And now I think we have the build we're looking for. We don't have scaling, so we need to make up for that like in skills, I think, but we certainly got something. I mean, I need the powder flask to be re-upped. The silver, but we can just do that at a B1, B2. And B1, B2 shows up too often. So maybe we'll just skill max, man. Oh, an extra 20 damage on a high crit chance. And then you fit on the board. And every time you get haste, we get an extra 4% crit chance. And then we don't put anything else on the board because we need lifesteal. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking Harpoon. And I think Harpoon is worthy. But it's a bit risky. I feel like the monocle makes more sense. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see a world in which that Langjean can even come close to stopping us. I just don't see that happening. So I feel reasonably comfortable. It's a bit of a scam build because it's the build I try to run basically every time. I'll admit that. But if we focus on skills, I genuinely think we have like an amazing, a very, very high chance of getting the 4 wins. And then after that, Apollo told me, he said, Ryan, I'm going to crash out if you buy more gumballs. I swear to you, this story is true. So I am making an effort to not buy gumballs because he says it's a huge waste of gold. So I'm taking him at his freaking word. And I'm not going to do that anymore. Instead, we will fight... what's this guy's name? The driving gooner? I always forget. The deadly gooner mostly frees his mind at night. We have a great build for XP maxing. I don't think you have to be a genius, by the way, to figure out what the problem with our build is right now. And it's not... I know you're going to say it's powder flask. It's actually not powder flask. Although it would be nice to reload a lot faster. Because this is kind of... it's taking me out. Come on, man. Come on! Come on! It's we have no scaling on the double barrel. If we can scale the double barrel, we got a great thing going. Okay, I knew we were gonna make it. Give me your skill. Give me your skill and we're going to the moon. I don't know. Well, you know what? You're sellable, regardless. Okay, this is huge. So on this one, you take B1 and B2, and you just take the cheap upgrade, and that's going to be very nice for us.
Quicker the fight.
Horrendous choices, I think. Rightmost item has a plus 16% crit chance. I think we gotta...
When you're ready, I'll send you to Orlin. But I'll keep you as long as I can.
But I can't get you to reload, is the thing. That's tough, man. I think we continue to try to XP max. I think it's like, what we just got is not good for us in the short... The skill-wise, it's not good for us in the short term. But in the long term, if we could move Double Barrel over, if we solve its ammo problems, that would be awesome for us. And that powder flask being able to reload is crazy. Or reload 2, I should say. Skill me? Skill me? Silk me. Build equal to your... No, I don't think so, buddy. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think we have to go with the one that... We have scaling, it's just the scaling is a little non-conventional. We take our crit chance from 40 up and up and up and up and up as time goes on, which is scaling. It would be nice to... Crit chance of 51? That's no good, man. I told you. I told you it's no good. Still, I like our line, honestly. Our line to get 4 is built in as far as I'm concerned. I will take... We're going to go to a shop. Don't cry, okay? We're going to take our 25 damage for 2 fights. We're not going to go B1 and B2, because we have nothing we really want to upgrade. We're going to look for smalls and larges. Probably not necessary. But you never know. I guess maybe we'll get more ammo at some point. Very, very necessary. And should just go here to reduce the cooldown. Sure. The damage is something, but it's not everything. Okay, it's Trash Town Mare any day of the week and twice on Tuesday, which is what today is. But what does that mean for me? If you get augmented weaponry, we finally have the easiest scaling of all time. And when you sell small items, you gain damage, which gives us an amazing excuse to buy gumballs, which is my wheelhouse, man. Now, I was going to say we didn't get that, and that's true. We got augmented defenses, which I will admit has me feeling a certain sort of way. Come on. If we could get bandages and then sell the med kits into bandages instead of running goggles, I feel like there's something to like there. But let's peek at medium items first. We got there's stuff on our board that we want to fix up. That's one of them. Sniper is tempting, but I don't know. I'm a double barrel guy. I like it, and then every time I watch Apollo, he's begging for the double barrel, and when he receives it, he's pogging up. And you have more health than your enemy. Your weapons have minus 5% cooldown. Okay, let me state the obvious. This would be a nice one to win right out of the gates. Because there's a big difference between being 1 win away from 4 and being 2 wins away from 4. What do you got there? You got a big shielder, or big healer, I should say. Ganjo does go crazy. We're kind of the goat of shooting our gun twice every 2.8 seconds, though. Never mind. We're kind of the GOAT. We're kind of the GOAT. That's huge. Okay, 3 wins in 5 days. That changes it. 3 wins in 5 days versus 2 wins in 5 days is the difference between like a low seed in the playoffs, like barely making the playoffs, and the opposite, on the outside looking in, which is not where you want to be. Let me, I want to take a peek at your items. I want a greater selection. I just don't see this happening. I really like the haste you're giving me. It is tempting to like buff a shield, but we're not aquatic driven, man. We're weapon driven. Similarly, I don't see the seaweed doing enough for us because we're not aquatic driven. We're weapon driven. So, what do? I mean, I think we're probably... Well, you know what? You guys are never going to make the board. So let's make some space. I don't think chocolate is that good, but it's at least 5 buff on the shield, even if we shouldn't care about it, probably. and the HP. And then I think without a doubt... I mean, Silencer is obviously graded, or goated. But, the flat 20% crit chance to start is nice, but then more skills would go crazy. I think I'm going to continue to XP max, but I do feel like our board, to be honest, we're never going to get rid of Powderhorn, probably, Double Barrel, and Crow's Nest. But, or Silencer, probably. This might be good to at least have on the... in our build here. Build equal to 2 times your income every 3. It might even be worth holding for a minute, even though I doubt it beats these two. I really doubt we're going to get another double barrel. So just spread me up here. I don't think that's the word I'm looking for. But Captain's Wheel can go if we get skills that charge or haste. Well, I don't even know what this is. Goggles. I was going to call it monocle. I was going to call it loop. I was going to call it a bunch of things that it isn't. That can definitely go. Wait, bandages would be crazy. That's specifically what we asked for, you piece. It's not really an ammo build, but it could become an ammo build. Maybe we are an ammo build and I shouldn't have sold my ammo stuff, man. So I'm like, maybe instead of trying to lifesteal, because we don't really have that, what if we just started schmacking them? But we're not an ammo build right now. Don't be a fool. Take a weapon skill.
That you are weak. It is my joy.
When you use a weapon, other weapons get +3. 5 or fewer items. That's an expensive roll, but it has to be done. Okay, when you crit, your weapons gain 5 damage. That's not nothing. Gumballs buff you. The question is, do we care? The answer is no. But if I got to the point where you were buffing like crazy, could you possibly become worth using? I think the answer is definitely no, man. So let's take a look at some smalls and larges. And you buy mediums for a higher price. I don't think Harpoon's making it out there. I feel like I'm missing something obvious, but at the very least, we now have scaling in the form of a skill. Now, it's pretty, like, slow scaling, but it's scaling nonetheless, which could matter. But I don't know, they're not really, like, popping off, man. Their square build is good, but it's, like, it's not amazing yet. We win these. We win these. Dude, we're on an insane run in ranked. Thank you for buffing Vanessa by nerfing every other character. Bro, I'm just gonna say it, okay? Because I'm very anti-pig because of the fixer-upper spam during the last patch. Why you got so many health skills if you're running squares? Like, you gotta make up your mind on which kind of scumbag you want to be. We really don't need to buff Cove. But if we're getting health, I'm like, why not buff Cove while we're here? Because it's not really spending 10 gold. It's spending 5 gold for a lot of HP. Because the value gets stored in the Cove.
You look like a hard
You got something good for me, I'm sure. Heal equal to this item's value. When you use another item, this gains heal equal to the value of that item. Every hour, this gains 1 value. There's something humorous there, but I don't think I'm your guy. This, I don't trust it. It is anti-burn. Whoa, 1 second, though. Is apropos chapeau crazy? No, it would give us 6 damage. It would probably, if we cut you and cut you, it would give us 3 multicast. 1, 2, 3. So we go 4 times. It would give us 24 damage every 6 seconds, but we could have it on haste too. Dude, honestly, I mean, I know it reduces your, or it increases your cooldown. There's just something interesting about it that I at least want to give it a try. And if we ever got like a shield enchantment on double barrel, or a heal for that matter, not that we need it, it would make it better. What's happening here? It felt like that should be a lot faster. Am I crazy? Okay, your weapons gain 6 damage. Not so bad. I'm a big curio guy when I'm having fun on my run, which is I'd say where we are right now. You might as well buy and well, I mean, at least I wouldn't say you might as. Oh, you might as well, because it does buff shield items.
Trash is tragedy.
As minor as that may be. I do think we're always going to want the double barrel to fire faster. $13 gold cove. Oh, I completely forgot we actually have an additional haster. Beautiful. Actually, that seems very meaningful. You're like so close to being useful, but instead you're he and Mio. 1% crit chance buff. I mean, we'll buy all the smalls at least. You have 2 extra. 2 extra damage is one of those things that's like it's hard to say no to. Because if we ever lose, all the comments are going to be like, "What about that 2%? What about that 2 damage you left on the table?" And I won't have anything to say in my own defense, man. I am wondering if for neutral items we shouldn't sell them so fast, just in case we run into like a B1 and B2. It's like getting double the impact might be, it might mean something, man. I definitely feel like starting with 900 shield gives us a nice chance of getting... in my opinion, if it raises our chances of winning today by like 10%, that's a take in my mind. Now, I literally just made that number up on the top of my head, so I wouldn't get too attached to it. This is one, if I may be so bold, I'm really happy that I took apropos chapeau. Because the scaling that we're going to get on it, I think it actually mattered a little bit, man. I don't think this is my long-term option, to be clear. But it's doing something. We need as much scaling as we can, because damage scaling is also crit scaling. Or also health scaling, is what I mean. But there's other items, man. There's other items we could be using. It's none of y'all, that's for sure. And it's none of y'all.
Don't buy, as long as we get to hang out.
5 wins, though. You're not gonna love this one. Or maybe you are. You know what? I mean, listen, bud. We've given you a fair shake, I think. At the very least, I guess I should have a shield item on the board for the yellow gumball. But we're not gonna use them, man. No matter how much shield they get, I just don't see myself getting into a position where I'm like, yeah, put the goggles back on the board. I just don't see it happening. I think we got to continue to XP max. I think when in doubt, you XP max if you think you can beat the boss. And the skill is pretty good, I think. I guess it's not really a boss, but you get the idea. It's good because it would start to, well, whatever. I really don't see us using this either. So you could enchant a weapon with lifesteal. But the thing is, I'm not getting rid of Crow's Nest because it's a flat 65 crit. If I had Inexorable and I was like gaining crit, I might take the, that's not what it is, man. They changed it. Now it's double damage. Which also means the damage that we're getting off of the scaling is going to double. And then ammo items. The ammo items is just to see if it's possible that we don't need the lifesteal. But these are not good enough. just have a hard time believing that you guys shooting is going to make a big difference. I'm sorry to say. Like you're kind of uninspiring damage items, which is it stinks, man. Don't get me wrong, it stinks. I think when in doubt, I mean, 25 damage is. I did think that maybe we should go to the shop, but it's hard to. It's not a free lunch because you have the opportunity cost of not going to the other node. I'll give you that. What the heck is this? Oh, crow's nest. I've heard of it. Wait, you're me, man. You're me, but you don't have an apropos chapeau? Are you even trying? I'm probably going to regret saying that. Never mind. The apropos chapeau stays winning somehow. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad item. There's a reason you see pigs running it, I guess. I guess it is like a rabbit on top of a hat. I always thought it was some kind of weird animal, like a lizard or something. Now I see the chapeau. Honestly, kind of an expensive way to gain damage, but like a 4% damage bonus for 25% of our gold. We take those. I'm going to go to a shop. I'm going to get permanent bonuses, but first you gotta take the freebies, man. At the risk of looking insane, if we can beat the sniper, the skill would be crazy. Triple damage, yes, the cooldown would increase, but triple damage. Even the weapon skills are nice. I'm not sure if anything else is really relevant for me. A golden shadow cloak is amazing, but not for this build. Let's look at haste and charge.
You can think yourself faster.
You're on the, like you're you, but you don't apply to yourself. Make it make sense. I'll settle for freezing an item for 3 seconds.
Are imaginary.
Now, there is something, man. You with the gold cloak is tempting, but I think it's not the right play. 5-second harpoon is also kind of tempting. I'm stunned that we keep striking out on ammo, but I guess I'm looking mostly just for double barrel, to be honest. What do we get there? That's a high roll, bro. Okay. I mean, I really think we could probably sell our items, but I guess there's no reason to do it until there's a reason to do it. What are we looking for to take us to the next level? Icy trebuchet, that's nasty, man. Please freeze my chapeau and not my blunderbuss. Never mind, you're deceased. Did you even shoot? I'm sorry, but like, did you? And you have augmented weaponry and lifting? Nah, dude. You sold. I'm sorry, you sold. I don't mean to make you feel bad, but what happened? Haste, slow, and cooldown items. Right? Unlikely we're going to see a silver captain's wheel. I don't know what we're looking for. Why am I going to shops? This could be big, though.
Imagine the wonders waiting for us in the ground.
When you use a weapon, your weapons gain 1 damage. When you use a weapon, haste it for 1 second. But it would actually be 2 damage. And we could dump this. We'd have to dump the chapeau. End this, and then we would have 1 small space. Can I say something that sounds crazy? Buy it and put it in the bag to possibly enchant it later. Because if we can get like freeze or something on this, or slow, it'll be a different story. But right now, I think these clear, but that can change pretty quick. If we could just get a goated enchant. Huge, man. Okay, we'll definitely fight Octopus. Actually, even Octopus could change the game. Because we could get a medium item, or we could remove our 2 medium items, add Jabalian Drum and a small, and then take advantage of Hyper Focus. You're not going to kill me. It can't be done. I'm sorry. And we're kind of scaling like crazy. We found our sea legs, let's put it that way. Alright, plus 2% crit chance. That's huge. I gotta see what happens when you take a Jabalian Drum to the next level, man. It will haste for 2 seconds and it'll give it 4 damage, basically. I I feel like I gotta give this a try. I can't live with myself if I don't give this a try. Plus, we can get silencer out there now, so you fire faster. And if we can get an enchant on this drum or upgrade it again, like, there's a lot to like, man. It's certainly a different run than you're used to seeing out of a fella like me. That's crazy.
I made a sale.
I think... Sorry, brother. But it's kind of a package deal. I'm going pot committed mode, and I'm taking the tropical island just because it buffs the cove. It creates a nice piggy bank, which we might exhaust immediately to buy a skill here. When your items gain freeze burn 12, you would get an extra little crit chance. When you use an item with ammo against crit chance, that's 20 gold, which is a little expensive, but just to get to... I mean, I guess add 8, 95. It gets you to 100% crit chance, which continues your scaling pretty nicely. I'm telling you, if we could get Icy Jabalian Drum, this would be a disgusting Vanessa build, man. What the heck is this? Plus 50% crit chance if you have 2 weapons. Buddy, they got 2 weapons. Okay, we owned them to the extreme. We bodied them to an outrageous degree. Now, we're kind of... I mentioned this. Double barrel is kind of the bread and butter of Vanessa right now. But it feels good when you're the one using it. I don't think there's any small items we want. So, to be honest with you, just give me the regen. I don't know. You never know. Like, we're not going to get a gold silencer because we have a silver silencer. So, we might as well, now that we know what we want from shops, we can, like, think about it more carefully. Like, we don't care about that. We want enchanted shops. It's possible, in theory, we could find something to replace the silencer with. But otherwise, we're fighting the biggest enemy we can fight every day. And we maybe could have taken the Volcus Enforcer. I'm just like, the frost is annoying to me. Your items have double value during combat. Low poison diamond. Let's go diamonds. When you slow, your items gain damage. Your leftmost tool has multicast. First time you poison freeze. I don't think I have any skills this slow, right? This is a full reroll. First time you use a large item each fight? Listen, buddy. Can I hit you with something? Leftmost burn item has plus 12 burn. You might say, why on earth would you take that? Or maybe you get it. I feel like if we can get a fiery Jabalian Drum, we'll at least be happy we got the enchantment. What are you on? 87% crit, but like after 2 seconds, you're already there, basically. Just give me the max health. Just health max. Ah! Also, I can't answer that question.
I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
It can't be done. But you got 9 wins on day 11. That's spooky. And you're a shield build, no less. A hasted shield poison build. Now that, you're not supposed to do that. I need that guy. That guy's important to me. Hang on. Hang on. Powderhorn, I kind of need you to nut up here. I need you to figure this out, buddy. We're not going to get there. We were very close, but the weapon being hasted and Powderhorn not being hasted has created a significant problem. Yeah, I think we die in between the reloads here. Oh, I thought maybe there was a chance we could outlast and then get the draw, but we had them really close actually. It just we weren't reloading fast enough, which is fine. Powderhorn being upgraded really doesn't help us there, unfortunately. Maybe we got like another 1,000 regen, it would have helped us a lot though. Basically just taking stuff to sell. Similarly, we have basically the board we want, so unless we see enchantments, we just take the easy way out and take whatever kind of free lunch we can get. When you use an item shield 40, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, man. It's clear it would be nice if we had more haste skills so we could also make sure Powderhorn got some haste. But we're mogging the AI, that's for sure. But there is a part of me that thinks we're probably getting hard stuck at 8, but I'm trying not to think that way. Well, what do you got? 3 spare change, medium items. 25 damage is pretty minor at this point, but it does, I mean, it kickstarts the scaling process, I guess. Any chance you would allow me to get one more level before the fight today? Not quite, okay. A Vanessa that's on 7 wins.
Go ahead.
A little bit more plausible that we could get out of this one. Please don't freeze me immediately. I see lots of poison skills. Very similar looking build for sure. Come on. But I knew the last opponent. You, sir, you are not our last opponent, okay? Stop with the Powderhorn. The Powderhorn can't afford to be slowed like that, man. You're flicking me here. 1600 poison kind of breaking me a little. I know it looks like why didn't it fire? It was out of ammo. It's just a visual bug. Okay, but this is it, man. Enchant an item. Enchant an item with poison. I'm sorry, I don't want you to poison. I need you to burn and justify the decision that we made. Oh! When you use a weapon, burn 16. Now I don't know. I think I'm just gonna toss it on you because it gives us faster scaling.
Quicker the fight.
Now that you gotta admit that was a risky but funny decision. Yeah, I will absolutely take a free loot item. Lots of diamonds in there. I mean 1 XP is not nothing. I feel like 4 burn basically is nothing. Can I hit you with something crazy? Reduce cooldown Powderhorn. Get us more in line with the sinking issue here.
I got everything.
We do have 76 gold. I genuinely, I hope you're not looking at this and going, why is this guy resting on his laurels? I don't look at this as resting on my laurels. I look at this as we have a sick build, man.
Now that's a bargain.
Getting the 8 wins is proof that the build is sick. Could it be sicker? Sure, man. Probably.
Warms my rusty circuits to
But
see that final.
I think we got an absolutely awesome thing going. I'm gonna lower the Powderhorn's cooldown again. This guy's perma hasted. I think we got a great thing going here. And losing doesn't mean that the build is bad. It's just it's day 13. A lot of the enemies we run up on are just gonna be better. This might screw us, but you gotta try. You broke Crow's Nest, but I still have... No, I don't have lifesteal, but I still stole your life. So there is that. I don't really want your skill. When you destroy an item during combat, your weapons gain 100 damage, your burn items get better. There was no world in which I was ever going to put a harpoon out there. Give me 1600 shield. I'm ammo skills, man. Even, it sounds insane, but +3 max ammo to mitigate damage-related concerns makes a lot of sense to me. And then if you would be so bold as to give me an upgraded Crow's Nest before the day tomorrow. Okay, you know what? We're stuck here, and that's fine. I'm very happy with the build. Now, mind you, the gamers we go up against are going to have some cracked builds. So don't cry if we lose, / when we lose. It's a privilege just to be nominated, man. Oh, dude, a deadly Yita. Interesting. I do expect our weapon to be perma-slowed. I also expect to be inside of your house like carpet. So we're going to get a chance to play for 10 in ranked, which is not common for a fella like me. I would like to take a peek at the recap. 133 burn is actually pretty meaningless. Despite the Hail Mary that I threw to get there. If we could get this, you're not gonna believe me. It's literally what I was about to ask for. Is if you can get Deadly Crow's Nest. It won't matter if our gun gets locked down, but weapons do double damage on crit now. So you're gonna do even doubler damage. Your damage just got doubler, man. And then we'll get a chance to level up once more. I still wouldn't mind, it seems crazy, but I wouldn't mind 40 shield every time we shoot, though I of course don't expect it to matter all that much. That's a huge seller, which reminds me. More, am I crazy if I just take more ammo, man? Because, like, I just feel like on the chance that our powder horn gets stopped, we'll be happy to have more ammo. But then there's also a part of me that's like, maybe you just dump the powder horn now. But what do you put out instead? And don't say anything. There's like a calculated risk. It's not you. It's too late for you. It's, I mean, it could be Cannonball, but you're banking on the fight lasting like... No, it can't be Cannonball. You're being silly. But there's a chance there could be an item that fits the bill. It's not Vanessa's amulet, and it's certainly not Pearl. You at least have to look at this. You have to examine this. We lose lifesteal still. It can't be done. And that's fine. That's fine. I'm ready to leave it all on the line here.
You should know.
Either way, it's been a great run. We're going to get a pip. We're going to get 2 chests. It's been 42 minutes of Prime Bazaar. They're a weather glass build with a stopwatch. Freeze both players' items for 2 seconds. I'm going to lose, and you're going to deserve to beat me. And that's the worst of all, man. Because the poison is just going to kill me while we wait. That's a very creative build. Very, very cool. I can't be upset about that. That's nice. At least we didn't just die to enchanted fixer-upper. Still, great run. And you know, maybe we're playing the hits by taking a double barrel, but... The highest rank anyone has ever achieved in the Bazaar, man. Bronze 4? That's awesome. That's crazy. Dude, we should be burning rank tickets. This is my meta. Which is not to say I'm the best at it, but it's the best that I've ever been at it. Oh, another, you know, 187,000 of those or whatever. What do you got for me, fella? Maybe some rare loot? Yep. Praying, I'm afraid. Anyway, that was awesome. For now, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, click the like button. Helps me out a great deal. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and I'll see you next time. Later!